this is your geometry. It's a chapter test and it begins on page 257. Okay, first question. You're told M and N are parallel lines. Now that's important. You're told Y, X and 70. So you can say there that X is equal to 70 degrees. And the reason X is 70 degrees is vertically opposite angles. This here is a straight line, which means this has to be 110. And then, if you can spot the Z, and we can use the Z because the lines are parallel, you can say that Y then itself has to be 110. And the reason for that mathematically is alternate angles. Okay? Question 2. Given a triangle, B, 55 and A. And importantly, you're given 2 markings on the triangle. And what that means is that base angles are equal. It's an isosceles triangle, so straight away that's 55. So what you can do is extend this out here to work out what A is. So it's going to be 180 minus 55. We get 125 because it's a straight line. What you can do to work out B is say it's 180 minus 55 minus 55. That's going to be minus 110. So it's 70. Moving on. Question 3 is a parallelogram. Z, W, 50. Easiest angle there, I think, to work out first of all is what X is. It's 180 minus 80, so it has to be 100 degrees. From there then you can say that Z is 100 because opposite angles in a parallelogram are equal. This angle and this angle would be equal. From there then, I think the next step would be to work with alternate angles. This is going to be 50. You may not need to know that, but it might help. If you have a look then, this here is a triangle. Triangles have 180 degrees. So 180 minus 50 minus 100, because you know that X is 100, is 30. So that tells you what Y is going to be. And once you know what Y is going to be, you can use alternate angles and you can figure out W. So, a little bit messy, but you can see it in stages anyway. Alright, question 4. You're given a triangle to start with. And then from the triangle there's another line extending out. What's important here is you're given a piece of information in the question. It says that X, Y, those 2 bars mean parallel to WZ. And effectively what they're saying is that these 2 lines here are parallel. Now that's important. Before I put any markings in, that's important because that tells me that this angle and this angle are equal, and the reason it tells me that is that they're alternate. So now I'm going to start filling in the different numbers. You've got 46 here, or 62, P and Q up at the top. Well, I've just explained, so Q is going to be 46. You've got your triangle there, so it's going to be, so to work out P, it's going to be 180 minus 46 minus 62. (72 degrees). The only thing left to calculate is going to be R. All of these angles here together add up to 180. So 180 minus 62 minus 46. Oh, it's the same. 72. Okay. Okay, moving on. I'm going to take a jump forward. I'm going to do number 6 for you. Number 6 deals with a circle. Things to remember when you're dealing with circles. If you see that, that tells you that you're dealing, that the angle up there at the top is 90 degrees. Okay, so if you've got a, you can't see any of this. Seriously? Seriously? So, if you see this shape there beside number 6, the angle at the top is 90 degrees. Now what we're dealing with number 6 is something that's a little bit different. There's a little bit more to it. So that's 40 degrees in there. What most people, and I pointed this out to you, what a lot of people forget is that radii in a circle are equal. So straight away I know that this has to be 40 degrees down here. You've got a triangle there, so 40 and 40 is 80, which means this has to be 100. This is a straight line. It has to be 80. This angle up here, that angle up there is 90 degrees. If I know 40, I know that this has to be 50 in there. And then dealing with the triangle over here, to work out this angle, it'll be 180 minus 80 minus 50. So it'll be 50 degrees. Alternatively, those two sides are the same as well. So this angle and this angle would have had to be equal anyway. Okay. Let's see. Let's do number 8. As it's a straight line, which means it's 180 degrees. So y is 20 degrees. Simple as that. Not difficult. Okay. Let's go down and have a look at number 11. So number 11, again, you've got two parallel lines, but you've got transversals. You've got two of them. You're told that these two lines here are parallel. This is 50, 115, X in there, Y up at the top. So start filling in stuff that that you can see. It's not too difficult. So straight away I can say that this here has to be 50, and it has to be 50 because it's vertically opposite. Other things I know. Well, I know that Y has to be equal to this angle in here. So if I could figure out what that is, I automatically know what Y is. Other things that I can figure out. Well, this bit here is a straight line. So I know that the angle that's missing in there is 180 minus 115. So 65 degrees. To work out X then, well, it's a triangle. So it'll be 180 minus the 50 I've found minus the 65 that I've found. And 65. That then tells me that this angle in here is 65. And I know that because vertically opposite angles are equal. So I'm kind of stuck now a little bit. I have to see, you know, they've told me that two lines are parallel, and they're telling me that for a reason. So I need to find if that information can be transferred or used in any which way. And it can. You can see the Z there. So if that angle is 115, up here must be 115. That's 180 degrees. So when I subtract it, I get 65. Let me do number 13 for you. Again, it's a circle. And all you're told is 46 degrees. Straight away, straight line here, 180 minus 46. 134. But lads, importantly again, even though they don't tell me, I'm expected to spot that those two lines are equal, which means that the base angles here of the triangle are also equal. So to work out one of the angles, doesn't matter which one, 180 minus 134, and I'll divide the answer by 2. So effectively it's 46 divided by 2, it's 23. So this angle in here is 23, and this angle in there is 23. Number 15. Again, circle. This is 75. This is 110. K is in the center. And you're asked to find the other angles. What this is based on is that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So basically, this angle and this angle, they have to add up to 180. To make that happen, you take 180 minus 75. This angle in here has to be 105. Similar idea, 110 and this angle, they have to add up to give me 180. So this angle in here is going to be 70.